You stay on my mind.
Need to start answering some of these Instagram messages. I get like, there's a couple of people that, there's this one the other day, right? And it really bugged me because the question was, and it's not his fault, but it was like, it wasn't even a question, it was more like a statement. Once I get a label, then my music can get out there. It was more like that. And I just thought, bro, that's like the most backwards way of seeing it. And it's so crazy in this day and age where we have so much at our disposal to get our music out there that people still see labels as the gateway to getting your music heard. It's like, no, that's that's not it. Having said that though, you got to determine what kind of person you are, right? So if you are a real musician that has no real, grasp of social skills, or you're a bit of an introvert, I can see why label or management would be, beneficial to you, because they can do things you can't do. You can't network. It's half the game is kind of personality, as well as you being good at what you do. But this guy was good. Like, his music was really good, and he was just kind of waiting for a label to come to him. I'm like, bro, me coming up in this game, we literally, and I'm not even old, right? But me coming up in this game, we literally had nothing. Like, there was no SoundCloud, there was no YouTube, there was hardly any of it. Oh, it was just starting.
MySpace.
It was MySpace, right? And even when MySpace came about, it was like, yes, somewhere where I can put my music where people can hear it. I swear, like, the biggest way to get your music out there is not through a label if you're just starting. Actually, that's the worst way, because what happens is you bend yourself over and you take up literally. No, maybe not literally, but you actually take it, they take your art and they do what they want with it. The best bet is to have your art out there. You put it out there first, drum up some sort of fan base or some sort of audience that actually wants to listen to your music, create some sort of heat. And heat doesn't have to mean like top of the charts, shit like that. Heat just means you have an audience. If you've got like 100 people wanting to listen to your music, that's a fucking audience. If you've got 50 people wanting to listen to your music, that's a fucking audience. It doesn't have to be millions or like even thousands. I'm talking about 100 or 50. That's an audience, and it starts to snowball from there. So when he said like, oh, I need a label and I need to get a manager, I'm like, bro, you're so good, but you're giving someone else the benefits of your labor just by saying that one sentence. But all you need to do is shift your mindset and understand that actually the music, you can retain control. In this day and age, you can retain control of it, all of it. I get though, it's very difficult to understand, okay, well, where the f do I start? Like, it's easy to say that from my position. You have to remember, like, I'm signed to a major label, and I'm telling you not to be signed to a major label, not because my label's not good, but because in this day and age, if you're just starting out and you're trying to build something, you don't need a label to do that. There's so many different things you could do. You might want to just, sign a distribution deal, which is completely different to being signed to a label. We can go on in that, we can do that in another vlog series and talk about that kind of stuff. But it just kind of like made me sad that people think there's a ceiling there, like a glass ceiling, and they can't get past it unless they sign their life away to a label, So guys, please, I'm talking to you guys now, please. Labels are not the gateway keepers to you getting your music heard by millions of people. Okay? I say it one more time. They are not the gatekeepers to getting your music heard by millions of people. You have so much more at your disposal than half people my age ever had. Like online, it's free. The problem is people want to get there quickly. They want to get like 1,000 people to listen to their music right now. Their first EP, that's all it is. That's their best work. And if 1,000 or 100,000 people don't hear this and I don't blow off this one EP, it's over for me. And that is the most backwards way to think about music. You have to put out an EP. If you're just starting out, put out 4 or 5 EPs in 1 year. That equates to 1 single. Because people want more quickly, and don't be so precious about it. Like, quality is subjective, right? You might like something and I might hate it. Who's to say who's right and wrong? It's consistent uploading of what you believe is quality yourself wins the game. And that's something I wish I told my younger self. Like, honestly, if I had that ethos even 5 years ago, I'd be in a completely different position than I am now.